Hi YouTube, this is Tara and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so I'm supposed to be at work, you guys, and it is 3:16. And guess what? My internet is down. So, since I have not did a makeup tutorial in quite some time, I'm going to go ahead and attempt to do one now. I know you all won't be able to really see um, because where I have my iPad sitting and the way that I have it sitting is kind of far back. And it's a weird thing about iPads. I thought Apple products was supposed to be so great and all that, but anyway, I'm going to use my phone and I'm going in with this 1WT pencil. Let me show you how thin this pencil is. You see how I have my camera set up to where I don't even know where to look. The lens of the camera is over here. And, what I do with my lotion? Hold on. Let me do this first. So, usually I have my iPad on my phone in, what they call it, portrait? But it's in landscape now. So, okay, so a little something like this. And then you go up. You go up. Okay, you go up. And then you go up and over. Up and over. Up and over. And fill the brow in. And don't worry about mistakes you might make, because you're going to clean up anyway. And when you get to this end, you want to be a little heavy on the hand when you get here. A little heavy, because you want to darken that in. Okay? All right. So now we're going to go on the other side, and we're going to, I know y'all can't see, but that's how I like my brow. Some people like for their brow to come over and go straight out this way. I like for mine to curve around. And I'm going to shorten it. I'm going to clean it up a little bit. Okay. So I'm trying to figure out how do I do it so you can see. Okay. I'm going right. Taking light strokes. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I'm quiet. Excuse me. I am not. Um, to me, I'm feeling this one in better than I did the other one. And only because I'm right handed. And it's kind of awkward when you're doing the right brow for me. When I'm doing my right brow, you guys, it's kind of awkward. And plus, I'm using my camera on my phone. I hope y'all couldn't see too much. But okay, so with my top, I like to put the caps and tops like and things like that back on it. So let me see, can I find it? Here it is, right here. I am blind without my glasses. Okay, and you all saw me looking. You saw me looking in the phone. Now this right here is much of much. The foundation that I was going to use today is, and I'll do a comparison, is Deep Cocoa. And I'll do a comparison. This one is Fit Me Coconut, 335. So I'll do a comparison. This one seems to be a little bit more golden, which I am right now because I'm not getting a lot of sun. And this one seems a little bit more warm, okay, which I am not. So, okay, so I cannot find the concealer that I wanted to use. Let me see. Ooh, Lord. So let's go on with the Gerard Cosmetics. And this, I'm trying to do it with my glasses on. So I'm probably going to mess up quite a bit. Okay. Uh-oh. Y'all. Like I said, I knew I was going to mess up quite a bit. Okay, you see how I messed that up? See how very thin that is? And hopefully I can fix it because it's not supposed to be that thin now. Guess I have to fix it up here. And so I'll take my little spoolie and do this. And then just kind of with the spoolie. Y'all wouldn't believe. I'm sitting on the bed. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do this one. Just sort of brush it around. Okay. I am meant to hold out. So this part I would definitely have to kind of edit out because it is definitely a little bit too long. Okay, so let me put my glasses on and see how that went. Not bad, but over here it still seems like it's a, I guess because I had to go up kind of high to fix it. And let's just go on top. To kind of clean it up. Don't have to be perfect, but y'all know I had to go up kind of high to fix that after I messed it up. So it does look like it's kind of uneven. And let's see. Sometimes you can wear your brows thick. Sometimes you don't want to. You don't have to. The brows to me are the hardest, and it's been about 15 minutes already. So that's that. And yes, this one, it still seems a little, it seems a little funky to me. You see what I'm saying? I don't know. But anyway, so I had a brush that here it is. And it's new, but I've had it for a while. And this is your, everything was manufactured in China. You know. This is a M. It's a BMD 255 from Royal and Lane Nickel Precision Brush. I'm thinking I got this from Moda. And the angle brush that I use for the concealer, we just gonna say it's a concealer brush, because I don't know, with me, you guys, I don't know how stuff, I put it down and it's right in front of me, but it disappears. I mean, I haven't moved from this spot. Let me see. Okay. So, with the Gerard Cosmetics, let me take my glasses off so y'all can see. I still see some darkness coming through. So I'm just going to put just a little bit product on this brush. See, and just tap it in. That's the sad thing about not being able to see, not having good vision. You really can't. And if I was using my phone to record, then I will be able to hold it up close. Okay, so I did wipe my face off with a facial wipe. I did do that. And then I put on some moisturizer. And I didn't put my primer on, but I should have put my primer on, you guys. So this is the brush that I've been using on my eyes. And so that Gerard Cosmetics, see that? Gerard Cosmetics. And it has a nice little design at the top. And it's in shade, it's called Clean Canvas Eye Base in Cocoa. Now, y'all know cocoa can be different shades. This is the Gerard Cosmetic Lip Scrub. I would not repurchase this. It don't do very much. This is the moisturizer Pond's that I used on my face. I'm going to just dip some out and use it as a moisturizer for my hands, because it's for face and body. It's a facial moisturizer. And I just wipe my face with this Carnell. I just wiped my face with a makeup wipe, because my face was already pretty much clean, and you know, I didn't have a whole lot of issues. It wasn't dirty or anything, so it was clean pretty much. Okay, so that's better. Okay, I was going to use this concealer for my eyes, but I ended up not using the Juvia's Place concealer for my eyes, and this is what it looks like. Okay, but what I'm going to do is, since I have my face and everything moisturized, I'm going to go ahead and get this Touch of Soul primer. I haven't done a makeup tutorial or look or view in a long time, so I'm just going to shake it up. It don't say shake it up, but you guys, hold on, wait a minute. This right here is Becca. I got this as a sample when I ordered my Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the color Chai. And this is Shimmery Skin Perfection Pressed. So, I don't have... Oh, here. Let's go on with my Mented. Let's go in with my Mented. And this is what it looks like. Okay. And then I guess I'm gonna use this brush because that's what it's for. And it's by Morphe. It's the Y11. Okay. And it's already a little product in the cap. So I'm just gonna tap in the cap. And I'm gonna set this concealer. It's not a concealer. This is really an eyeshadow base. Okay. And there. I just used a little bit that was in the cap. And I should have showed you what I used that was already in the cap. But yeah. So let me just take a look. This is the hard thing to me about wearing glasses because you always got to stop and look. My internet is out. So the internet is out in this area. So I'm just checking to make sure. Okay, so I also have my Mented Cosmetics. I started to put it on my face so y'all can see it. But you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and do it here. This is my Mented Cosmetics. And you can barely tell that I just wiped it on my hand. You see it right there. Because it has somewhat of a shine to it, right? A sheen to it. And then, which I don't like. And then I'm going to go on this other side. And I'm just going to put like a look. And I'm not going to even pump it. I'm just going to open it. And this is my Deep Cocoa. And that's Deep Cocoa. Okay. And then I'm just going to take my fingers and just kind of rub it in. And let you guys see that. And see, this one, Mented, is a little bit more golden. And Deep Cocoa is pretty much kind of like, it's disappeared in my skin. But I can really see it's a more of a brown or a pink maybe. Okay. And then here's your Fit Me. Okay, comes like this. And I'm going right on the other side of the Mented. Okay. And you can automatically tell this is more golden. Okay, so and this is a drugstore brand, you guys, that really, okay. And so this is my Mented Cosmetics right here in the middle. And it's in the shade M10. Okay. And then this is my BH Cosmetics. I got this on sale on their website during the first like lockdown of last year around October or so for like $3.90. This is it over here. It has more of a warm red base. And that's in Deep Cocoa. I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but it's in Deep Cocoa. This is in 355 Coconut. And this is your Maybelline. And so these two are kind of running neck and neck. This one has more of a warmer tone to it, reddish warm color, which would be my Cocoa. These two are more golden and brown. So when I put my face up, I know I'm not going to use the BH Cosmetics. I was, but I'm not. So I'm put that back in the bag. And say, when I put my hand up to my face, all of these are a good match. And because I have my moisturizer on, I didn't want to see. This one is more of a warmer um, tone, the BH Cosmetics. And if I use a little bit too much of that, it is not going to be pretty, you guys. Not for this day and time. So what we're going to go ahead and do, which since I have um, this by Mented, which is a medium deep Mented loose setting powder. Okay, and this is what's on my eyes. So I'm gonna go ahead and wipe my hands off. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and go in with our. Now I found the concealer that I really wanted, and this is ColourPop, and it's called Deep Dark 52. I could have went a shade darker. Let me show it to you. I could have went a shade darker, and I normally like this up here. So let's see. Let's show y'all what it looks like. So that was a blemish scar. I could have went a shade darker. Let me see. I've been seeing people do stuff like this. Like doing, it's almost like a color correction. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and use this brush that I did the concealer with for my eyes. Because I'm dark around here where my laugh lines are. And then I'm dark around here where that's a blemish scar. And then I have some type of pigmentation right here. Okay. I can still see this one a little bit. And then I have high pigmentation here. And see, I probably should have used, the BH Cosmetics. And I'll tell you why in a minute. Let me go ahead and work this in. Because the BH Cosmetics one is a more red undertone. And the red or orange cancels out discoloration. Okay. So that's what they look like. You see that? More red. Which the foundation itself probably would have been good for me with that red undertone. Cool. Okay. Since we're not going anywhere today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not worried about color correcting and stuff too much, but I did want to just go ahead and get into it. Now, I was going to use this brush. This is my Plan in Your Makeup by Yolando. You guys have heard me talk about her products in previous videos. And then I have my foundation, my angle foundation brush. And what the angle foundation brush do, it allows you to rub it in. And with this round, flat foundation brush, it allows you to beat your foundation in. But since this is a stick and not a liquid, and it's more cream, let's see how you can see it down here more. And it kind of disappears in other areas. I probably won't put any foundation on my eyes, but I am going to go under. And you guys, I think my dark circles are getting much better. Let me see. I think my dark circles are getting much better. Oh, one thing I did want to do with my color correction, especially with this more red-based color corrector, I wanted to get here. With my BH Cosmetics, I'm just squeezing it out just a little bit. Okay. Then I'm going here. I'm going here. Okay, so now we're going to let all that sit. We're supposed to have some powder, which I do. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and set that. Okay, so now we're going to take our brush we're going to take our brush and we're going to just rub our foundation in. We're just going to rub it in. I got to take the garbage out, you guys, too. It's been a while. It's been a while since my phone, the camera keep going out on my phone, so. Now, thinking about it, because of the way that I applied the product, the foundation, I probably should have used that other brush.